quick overview of the design tab right over here, which allows you to change the styling of each one of these elements. Now I go deeper into each single one of these options in other videos, and I'm also adding a link to the documentation page in the description of this video in case you want to learn more. Now let's go one by one. First we have the layer style here, and the designer of this free template, which you can also use, added some styling here. So for heading 1 we have styling, we also have heading 2, and you can also add styling for other things like divs or containers, sections, etc. But in this case, let's focus on the heading. We have heading 1 here, and then we have some more text here, which is heading 2. Now if I click heading 1, that style will be added. Of course, we don't want two heading 1s, so I'm going to Command Z or Control Z if you're on a PC. Next thing you can do is also add a new style, update the specific style, detach it, reset it, rename it, and delete it. Then we have different states. States are usually used for things like an active state, hover, focus, disable, and current. I think the most popular one, at least for me, is hover. So if you hover over a button like so, you see that the color changes, or you can do other things with that too. And for menus, you can see I'm hovering, it changes to black. I can also change the current state. So if I'm on the blog page, I can leave it as black so people know that I'm on that specific page, or they're on that specific page in the menu. The next thing we have is layouts, and this is usually used for blocks, containers, etc. We have flex chosen here, but you can choose these other type display layouts. If we change it to horizontal, in this case, things will break. I'm just showing you this because I just want to at least give you one example of each one of these options. We can change the width, the height, the overflow, the object. So if you change the width to a smaller width, things will again break, unless this is what you're looking for. Then we have, that was sizing, and I'm using Command Z, so these are going to close from time to time, just so you know what's going on. Then we have spacing. You can change this, the top spacing, padding in this case. You can also just hold Option or Alt, and then you'll change both the top and bottom, or left and right. If you hold Shift, you can change all of them at the same time. Then we have typography, pretty self-explanatory. Typeface, weight, size, color, spacing, alignment, and more options are here. Then we have the background. We can change the color or add an image. Then we have a border. In this case, let's go ahead and click this block, which actually has a background image here. And the border, the top right border is changed and the top left border is changed. And if I hit this, I can go ahead and just round all the corners at the same time. I can either choose one of these options or type in what I want. You can see the corners are a little bit rounded. Now let me hit, again, Command Z to bring back what we had before. Then we have positions, and I think for me, I use this the most for the navigation, and I use sticky. So let's go to the navigation. In this case, this is a component. It's purple and it has this component icon here. And to actually see the design tab for this, you need to hit Edit Master, and I'm going to go to Position, Static. I'm going to hit Sticky, and now when I scroll down, you see that this whole navigation stays with me. All right, and to finish editing, just go ahead and click Done Editing, and there we go. Now if I scroll down, you see the menu scrolls down with me. Now let me go ahead and hit this image block, this block with an image background again, and let's see the other things we have. We have effects, so you can change the opacity, add a shadow, and use blend mode. There's a lot here, so just go ahead and see that video. All right, let me get Command Z again. Filters, blur, brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, rotate, etc., etc. And the same thing for the backdrops here. Then we have interactivity, so we can change our cursor. For example, let me just click Help. So if we hover over this image, you see actually this whole block, you see that the cursor changes, and we have other options for this like selecting pointer, etc. Transforms, you can scale. This will be used for hover, for example, for hover, right? And then we can scale this like so. If we go back to neutral, And you can see how this scales in and out. So it's kind of like a very, very basic animation. Let me Command Z for that, so that doesn't happen. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay, let's just leave that as is. Then we have advanced. We can see all the classes that have been added. Here's the hover, so we can just take it away, transform, and now you see it doesn't happen at all. And also good to know, Ycode uses Tailwind CSS for styling. You can manually use any class supported by the framework and it will work. And that is about it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.